The message that was shot across the bow is, guess what? The American people, the voters that voted for Trump overwhelmingly, they are MTG. MTG is not radical or extreme. She's mainstream America, and I am very much looking forward to working in an administration that is on that level.
Now, hold up.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is funded by the ultra-wealthy, has the nerve to say nonsense like this. On the flip side,
first off, $16 billion spent. Couldn't have been spent better, really. And showing our ability, really the one place that we know how to be charitable is with those running for office. And this has got to stop, okay? I'm tired of talking about it. If you don't get why, I don't have time anymore. If you don't understand why that's absurd, seriously, go f*** yourself, all right? Because that ball game is over.
Comedian Louis Black, a proud socialist, calls it out for everyone to hear. Get with the program, stupid. The 1% run politics in this country, and if you don't see it, you're blind as a bat.
Despite centuries of exclusion and robust evidence of continuing racism, minority underemployment is often couched in the language of bad choices and personal responsibility. I gotta tell you, anybody's unemployment has to do with bad choices and personal responsibility. And again, that does not have a skin color. I know a ton of white people that are as lazy and sorry and probably worse than black people I know. And I would not hire them because they're lazy and they're sorry and they're pathetic. And that has everything to do with their bad choices and their personal responsibility. That is not a skin color issue either. That's a people issue.
This is what people voted for. The racist language, the pro-insurrection movement, a party that is riddled with folks accused of essay, and one that will gladly overthrow democracy for a king because it benefits them financially. Thus,
Republicans were told by the Democrats that the man they were running was a threat to democracy, and that should scare them from voting for him, and then they should therefore vote for her. Well, this is how much it scared them. That they were so scared that they said, hey, let's see if this is real. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him the Senate. He's got the Supreme Court already because of his choices. He's now got the Senate, and he's got the House. And as the Supreme Court, he has everything.
He's right. He's spot on. The fears the Dems sold us on, how Republicans are terrible and should be viewed as a threat, showed why they shouldn't be taken seriously. Many who watch our stuff will probably be upset about this, but facts are facts. They did not fight for you. They had a conflict of interest with being populist, but also, kind of not being populist by taking campaign donations from corporations. They ran a center-right campaign, ridiculed leftists such as Louis Black, myself, and you, the viewer. It should be called out time and time again. They sold us out.
I come to Washington. I swear in on January 3rd. I get accused of giving insurrection tours, which I thought was hilarious because I couldn't even find the bathroom in the Capitol. True story. Then January 6th happens, and next thing you know, I organized the whole thing along with Steve Bannon here. And I want to tell you something, if Steve Bannon and I had organized that, we would have won. Not to mention, it would have been armed. Yeah. See, that's the whole joke, isn't it? They say that whole thing was planned, and I'm like, are you kidding me? A bunch of conservatives, Second Amendment supporters went in the Capitol without guns, and they think that we organized that? I don't think so.
To be clear, they are a threat. They're very, very dangerous. They are calling for Trump to be the ruler, yet Dems failed us time and again during the general.
They were told by many people, this is a big mistake. He's an authoritarian, and they shouldn't give him more power. And they did. They said, no, come on. Let's see what would really be like to deal with a real authoritarian figure. And in light of that, let me just say that I am sitting looking out the window at a very depressed gray sky, rainy.
Can you sense how let down Lewis Black is? Do you not feel the same? Well, you should, considering what we are in for.
There'd be a lot of people I'd love to invite to this round table. I see someone standing behind you right there, Milo Yiannopoulos. I think he'd be a great person to have there. Alex Jones would be another person. We'll put together a great list of people who have been just almost deleted from public life due to this type of censorship, and I think Elon Musk will enjoy talking with them.
Extremism aside, why is she sucking up to the likes of Elon Musk? It's fairly obvious, as Black explains.
One of the things maybe we should have learned from this is they're going to, apparently they're going to cut taxes again, or this, at least cut the, keep this bill in place that allows the wealthy to still get a massive tax break, allow corporations to get a massive tax break. And if you're going to do that, then what you're doing, going back to what I was talking about before, you're going to give them, that's what they do, they take that money and then they use that money to influence the election. So that we end up spending $16 billion on it. And that way they can kind of push their agenda, which they've done.
Bingo. This is the entire blueprint. Get massive tax breaks, continue shifting money from the working class to the top 1%, and in turn the billionaires use our money that they received to fund politicians that continue benefiting their bottom line. It's a very simple equation.
We've already warmed 1 degree Celsius, and do you know what's happened since then? Here, let me tell you. We have had more food grown since then, which feeds people. We are able to, producing fossil fuels keeps people's houses warm in the winter. That saves people's lives. People die in the cold.
Right.
This earth warming and carbon is actually healthy for us. It helps us to feed people. It helps keep people alive. It helps. The earth is more green than it was.
I think when people are able to see past the stupidity and come to the realization that this is what corporations pay for, currying favors in the form of campaign donations, so spineless lawmakers like this will do their best PR for them. And when you realize how much of a farce our system is and what it enables, you'll see the bigger picture.
So they shouldn't be being given this kind of money, whatever side they're on, because that's what they do with a chunk of it. $16 billion. I don't even know if there are countries that don't have that kind of money. There's states that don't have that kind of money, I don't think.
Thus, it always comes back to this money and power. These entities don't care about us. They don't care about the climate. They care about themselves. And this is how they leverage billions of dollars.
For far too long, the establishment in Washington has sold us out. They promised unity and delivered division. They promised peace and brought war. Donald Trump has, and he will, make America successful again. He will make us wealthy again. And as God as my witness, he will finally give us the country we deserve.
They sold a lie. And with Dems running Liz and Dick Cheney, Republicans have the trifecta: the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
I hope you can all recover as you watch this all unfold, as we once again have entered a period of really just an extraordinary moment in time where the American people are led to basically, I believe this. I know that I'm in the minority here, but they were led to vote for against their own interests. Yes, this is perfect. They believe it was for their interest. Okay, if I had anything to say about blame, the Democrats should take a good look, if they want to win again, over how this group, which it basically is saying in many ways, we'd like you to vote against your own interests, gets them to do it. And the Democrats, who think that they want them to vote for them because it'll be in their interest, can't get them to vote for them. There's the dichotomy. That's what we're stuck with. That's what I'm leaving you with. There's something to think about, huh? That'll let your brain tear itself apart, and all you're left with is a hypothalamus, I think.
Well, amen to that. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.